Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today's 2:42 a.m. because I take crystal meth to keep me awake. Joking aside, it is December 12th, Saturday. All right, so before I get started on these questions and answers from a bunch of people over the last week, just wanted to just highlight here, if you are interested in this sort of stuff, get some of the free goodies that I have, trading books and all that, just go to quantlabs.net. If you are interested to continue onwards and upwards, to say, with the forum, lifetime access, private chat server, no tracking whatsoever, quantlabs.net/DVD. Get it now. Only $10, and you learn about Python and MotiveWave quick start videos to show you what it's all about. All right, so let's get to the questions here. I'm going to start at the end here because it's shorter. From two separate people. My apologies to them personally for not answering this as fast as I usually do. So here we go. So I'm going to start from the bottom. Or do I start at the top? Doesn't matter. Okay. So somebody's interested in my quant analytics. That's cool. Appreciate that. Good day. Found your details on YouTube. I always want to know where people find me. It's either Google or YouTube, and on the Facebook, very rarely, but it's still out there. Good day. I want to know if you have a bot that buys and sells according to the order book and breakouts. Yes, that's on the order book, and it does it exactly on breakouts. So, example, I have BTC and XRP open. I want to buy and sell walls, and when they change the momentum, pick up and then buy. When it slows down, I sell. Do you have anything like that? Yes, I do. That's part of my analytics based upon the good old buy and sell demand, classic demand, supply and demand. So, but it does more coins than that. Let me just highlight BTC has been absolutely on a tear. XRP, I just did a video a few hours ago on the latest performance of XRP. It spikes up twice, double in a matter of days, and then it falters back again. Same with Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin's a good choice. Ethereum's a good choice, but XRP I've never, very intermittently, will you see really good performance with it as a top pick, and I only focus on top picks. Do you actually show the exact bot I want working? I don't know what this person's looking for, but I'll be, as I said, putting out more details on my newer technology, the message queuing that will show that via my server delivered through JSON objects and the trading script as well. But the trading script is only going to be available for my customers of the service. How does it work in principle? So if you asked me this question a week ago, I would have told you something different, because it was basically you get trading signals based upon the trading logic here for your buy, entry, and exits. I have two bots, one for Kraken, the exchange for Americans. It's performed really well. The other one is Binance, which is done in USDT. Both of these only operate in the futures market for both exchanges, and I only handle the Kraken for US citizens, because Binance, they don't have access. And basically, it does your entries and exits. It was delivered originally on email, but as I said, I've found a new way to deliver it via, which is much faster, which I'll be rolling out soon. Answers on that. Is there a video link that shows me how the exact bot in action? Just search for it on my YouTube channel. I've got lots of demos of it. You can also probably get it on my Instagram as well. You only trade with bots or normal way as well? This question kind of threw me off. What's a normal way? He meant really discretionary to trade like a human, and my answer is no. And the reason is because a while back I talked to somebody who was very happy to get a $600 profit off of 3,000. That's fine. Mine gets 10 times performance over that run up with Bitcoin, and to be honest, you would not be able to do that as a human. It's just not possible. the bot's designed for that momentum, and it can also work in oscillation as well. And the other thing is I'm kind of like got crypto, but I'm also looking at Interactive Brokers and looking for various trading opportunities there. One that really interests me is equity options. How much are the raw bots roughly? And I don't want to waste your time if they're expensive. I don't know what your budget is, but I'm looking at it's about going to be roughly about, I'd say 70, 80, 90, 100 a month. And it's still going to go up as I add Interactive Brokers and I do the verification as well, third party, because that puts you at the top of the game and you could start charging a king's ransom when it performs. How much do you trade in daily profits? Again, go to my Instagram at QuantLabsNet. You'll see that. That can be, if it's one Bitcoin, it moved all the way up from November 11th, 16K, all the way up to 70K. So those moves, I had $10,000, $14,000 days off of the one Bitcoin if it was bought November 11th. So of your one bought, probably not the one I'm wanting, right? This is what throws me off with a lot of people. They're assuming that you can make $70,000 with one Bitcoin in 1 month. Then how does it trade? How much is that one? Well, they're all the same. They're all give you access to both the Kraken and the Binance. But this is something I'll never ever promise. It's just, if you saw that chart in October, November 2020, you'll see that rise. It's huge. It's a run up, almost doubling in price over about a month, 6 weeks. But I've shown my earlier video today where there was ones that showed 8 times return. So it comes and goes, and no one can ever guarantee that you'll be making that every month because it's not realistic. I mean, it can be if the momentum's in the market. So those are all that person's questions. Let's go over to the next set of questions. Since it's been on my list for a while, that's email. Never saw the webinar presentation. Again, I've got a slew of them on YouTube. Before I mention YouTube, I'm just testing the responses on YouTube with the video views. I'm just going to be experimenting with both Parler and Rumble, just due to the fact of all the censorship that's going on all the social media now revealing the privacy breaches. It's pretty scary. In fact, so I'm looking for alternative ways to get the word out about what I do on these alternative platforms, and that includes the alternative. That's why I'm saying if you want access to that chat server, the private one, get that quote unquote DVD at quantlabs.net/DVD. In the Quant Lead, I've been interested in open source code. That's all I use now. I just did a whole slew, another programming video prior to this one about, they're all open source solutions really, but not just open source, but you want to make sure you're using lightweight solutions as well. So I talked about Redis, which I love, but not for what I need at the time. ZeroMQ as another one. That's open source as well. But you also got to factor in lightweight, which makes it faster, and therefore I went with Flask, Python Flask. Don't know how to read nor trust. I need a mentor like you. I don't know. I'm pretty accessible, and guess I might say I'm going to be less accessible on WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook. I'm just staying away from these platforms. The more I understand all that last week, I just don't care about reaching people anymore. I have my website and my Google search and other ways, and as I said, alternative methods. So we'll see how that goes. But I am totally available on my chat forum for sure. I must ask though, the video you're using, MotiveWave, you intro me to them. Yeah, so MotiveWave, a lot of people find MotiveWave through my stuff, which is great. It's a really good platform. If I mentioned one of the limitations, well, it's the only limitation, probably the last limitation. It's a big one, and that's why I do more of the Python. Once I get past that, I'll gladly give up Python, move 100% in Python, move 100% in MotiveWave. So until then, I gotta, see that challenge kind of removed or a workaround for it. a while ago, but I tried to call their number and no one ever answered, and I tried multiple times. I don't know who's trying to call me on my WhatsApp. Don't bother. It's a virtual number. I never respond to it. But WhatsApp maybe, and yeah. But that will probably come to an end pretty soon. Times on different days of the week. I don't mind learning their systems, but I definitely want my own. Now, if you say you want your own to build your own trading platform, because I've heard a couple times this week that people want to do that. I've only seen one person do that, but this person was at a level that I've never seen before. Thousands of people. No, just do a really good platform like Motivwave. Don't focus on trading and making money with that instead of really wasting your time on trying to build a trading platform. It's not worth it. I've thought about it many times. But you could build a trading bot with all the components you need. That's part of my Python trading course. So you have that, but it's all command line. Times are different for weeks. I don't mind. Okay, fully automated trading platform, something that would mimic Thinkorswim, TradingView, or Motivwave. I don't know what you're planning to do with it. There's lots of open source trading platforms out there. There used to be a lot too, but obviously they get abandoned. A really good example of failure is Quantopian. The technology was good, but they just weren't able to make a go of it because their strategies and the platform just was really limited. Even though a lot of people used it, and people wanted out. Steve Cohen wanted his money back, and it just didn't really perform well. And it's that hard. And you got to give people like over at Motivwave for building what they've got. Or we talked about Deltix a while back in the chatter, and that's a really good platform. But again, I don't know how many people are working on Motivwave, but I do know with Deltix, people it's in excess of dozens of people out of Belarus, I believe, in Minsk. How much would it cost to have my own thing with everything you mentioned in the webinar to be successful? Probably 5 times your life and time. We're not talking about platforms here. Like I don't know why you want to build a platform. Even from a marketing standpoint, it's there's so many platforms out there. It's really tough to make a go of it. I think even I hate saying it, but I think Motivwave struggles as well. Even though it's probably the best platform I've seen, and I'll gladly promote it and stand behind it because it's really good. It sells itself, but it's a tough game. And even building your own, it's tough. It could take a long time. Just with what I went through, the message queuing that should be fairly simple is not simple. It took me 2 weeks of my own time just to do something very simple like that versus a monolithic trading platform. I just no. I just would strongly advise people not to do. I'm not here to discourage you. Do what you want. You live in a free, democratic society. Do what you want, but you will realize it's a lot harder than you think. Automated trading and complete with the big boys and smart money cost to develop starting with something really. Here, that comment I've seen a lot, but I've also seen guys out of Asia that are trading crypto over the last couple of months, and they've made $4 billion in a short order just trading. And I read a story, another guy in Asia who made like obscene amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars from trading. So I'd rather have people focus on that than build, because the technology is there, and it makes life easier, and the heavy lifting's taken care of for you. Good open source code, I'm asking because I'm currently putting the finishing touches on a new product I'm launching. I don't know what that is, but if he's built it himself, I wish him luck. I hope it works out. Next 30 days, and once everything is under control, I want to move forward with your training and service. Like I said here, I'm here, dude. Whatever, if you want to get. I'm very serious and need the right people: quant, developer, algo specialist, mentor, and connections. I think the community I have has all that, but you got to be really good to get the attention of people. I mentioned that in a webinar. There's just so many people out there I talk to, and I'm not here to blow holes in their theories, but I ask them, hey, dude, do you have third-party verification? Because that's what it really comes down to. If you're going to go after institutional money, they're not gonna want to look at your stupid broker records. They're gonna want to look at your clearinghouse records if you're really serious and you really got something to show, because it's really the clearinghouse that you can't lie, because that's heavily regulated. So even if you get at the broker level, you might get a couple of crumbs and scraps here and there from investors, and there's so many people doing that. I remember seeing one of the moves. I don't remember, but if you were to pitch to a bank, let's say a trading idea or something, anything, usually you'd be waiting in the lobby when you do the pitch, and they'll send down some intern. And if the intern likes it, then you get to move up into a conference room somewhere. It's that brutal. And just getting to that level is probably pretty hard too, unless you're knowing somebody on the inside. So I don't know what this statement is. The trading and auto algo world. Yes, the auto algo world. But the funny thing is that with machine learning, there's two movements that I've been tracking over the last couple of weeks. First, it was low code. Now it's no code. And Ernie Chan actually brought out a product. I can't remember the name of it. And all you're doing is just feeding it data, and it spits out the results for you. So it's kind of like in the algo trading world, it's kind of like a no-code movement. And with machine learning, because even I'm petrified of it because of the amount of work and potential amount of rabbit holes you can go down and waste your time, like trying to build, let's say, a trading platform. The auto algo world is a tough game as well, namely in the machine learning. So what are they bringing out for that? Auto machine learning. So that's going to get easier too. It's like this. I've always tried to believe in, you're going to drive a car and want to know about your car. You're going to lift the hood, maybe even take apart the engine to figure out how it all works. But most people, when they choose a car, they just care about the interior, if it's leather interior and the stereo and the dash and all that, and the engine. That's all they care about. They don't care about how it runs as long as it runs. So it's that sort of thing. So I'm trying to get this guy some feedback here. He wants to know, so I'm letting him know. So there you go. Hopefully you'll find some use in it. Other than that, thanks for watching. If you got more questions, let me know. As I said, I'm going to probably do another video on this anyways, another video. So it's going to be about social media and just generally how I feel about it. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.